Hey there, BookTube. It's Bobby, aka Paginator, and I'm back at home from my Christmas travels, and I had stuff waiting for me and stuff that I bought, and it's time to just go through all of it. So we're going to start with something that came from my pen pal. I have a Snail Mail pen pal who is a lovely person. Her first name is Regina, and we send each other just fun things back and forth, and I sent her something. Hopefully she got it by Christmas, and she sent me something back. So we have this envelope that says letter, so I'll hold that off because I don't want to read all of her stuff. Ugh, she's so nice. She sends me just useful, crafty stuff. And this envelope says die cuts on it, so I am wondering what is going to be inside. And I can't get the tape to lift up. Okay, we've got, oh my gosh, so many things. So I'm not going to go through each of them individually because that would take forever. But you can see she sent me a massive amount of fun things. I can use these for smashbooking, scrapbooking, sending other fun packages in the mail to other people, just all kinds of purposes. Washi, this is what this one says. She always sends me washi tape. It's so much fun. Okay. Oh my heck, Regina. Okay, so she sent me this that's covered with this gold and black, aesthetic washi tape, and it's super, super cute. And some cute cards that are white and gold. So this one, it's hard to see, but it says truly madly deeply in white on white, which is kind of cool. Oh, there's a cute little note that says thank you for the previous package that I sent her. It said that I spoil her, but I did not spoil her. I just sent her fun stuff. And this one just says cheers on it, and it looks like we've got cards. I kind of feel almost discombobulated, opening all this stuff, because I'm like, I want to just savor it, but also I want to just see everything at once. Oh my gosh, she drew on the packaging. That's so cute. Ah! I am half agony, half hope. It's a quote from my favorite book of all time, Persuasion by Jane Austen. Oh. I shall use my time, Jack London. The future is but the present, a little further on, Jules Verne. So cute little bookish postcards, and we've got some other cards. These are more white on white, so they're going to be hard to see. This one says forget the path, follow the heart. Follow your heart. Be fearless, and this one just says love with some birds on it. You can kind of see the birds because they're in gold. There. Oh. And again, I'll read her letter later. I don't want to read it out loud to all of you guys, because in case she put personal stuff in there, but yeah, there we go. I need to take a second to just breathe. Breathe. Okay, so let's go over what else is going to be in the video. I have some Funko Pops that I picked up at Walmart on my way home just because I have no impulse control, and I just felt like it, I guess. I don't know. I have two that I know what they are, and then 3 mystery minis that we'll be opening. I have a few more books that I picked up since my last gigantic haul, I know. And I've got the Fairyloot and Owlcrate boxes for the month of December. So I think we'll go to the pop figures next. As I said, I got these at Walmart, and I was buying things on a whim and kind of not really caring about my budget, which is stupid of me, but you get to enjoy it. So here we go. We have Wonder Woman with string and light lasso. So this is a Christmas time Wonder Woman. I am building up a Wonder Woman kind of collection of things. I have a Wonder Woman pop figure. In fact, if I turn the camera just a little bit, you'll be able to see her right there. And she's standing by a little Wonder Woman notebook that I think came in a box, actually. And, oh, this pop figure that just, the head came off. Okay, it pops right back on though, I think. It doesn't want to stay on. Okay, I'm betting that with a little bit of super glue I can get that to stay on well, but she's just going to stay on my shelf anyway. But she's a Christmas time Wonder Woman. I laughed out loud and I'm like, I want that. I almost bought a Dwight Schrute as the Scrat and Strangler pop figure, but, you know, I was like, okay, enough is enough. Yeah. Gosh, her head does not want to stay on. I'm going to really have to, like, super glue that. But we'll put her up here with the other Wonder Woman stuff. And there we go. Alright. Next we have Albus Dumbledore. And this is him with the maroon robe with the stars on it, which I love. And he is going to live on my Harry Potter shelf. He's got a little present in his hands. He's very cute. Alright, so we're going to set him there, and like I said, he'll go to my Harry Potter shelf, which is in another room, in a little bit. Okay, for the mystery minis, these are Harry Potter mystery minis, and they are Snow Globe collection. So all of the figures are going to be little like minis standing in a snow globe. So you can see the possibilities on the back. We have Harry, Hermione, Hedwig, Luna, Hagrid, another Harry, Hermione again in her Yule Ball gown, Ron, Dumbledore, Fox, Dobby, and Snape. I believe that's the ones we can get, unless there are more than what's pictured on the box here, but that seems kind of unlikely. So I grabbed 3 because, again, no impulse control, and so there is a possibility that I will have repeats. If I do, I will probably give them away to my students because that's just what I do. Alright, so we're opening the first one, and I don't know if it's going to be like within a package within this box. Oh, we've got styrofoam. Oh, it's the softer styrofoam, so we don't get that nasty scratchy sound. That's lovely. Oh, cute! We have Harry in his dress robes. Okay, let's see if I can get this to hold still. Alright, so he's got his dress robes, which are very kind of tuxedo looking. And around the bottom, we've got Hagrid's hut, and there's the Whomping Willow, and we have Hogwarts here. And there's the Quidditch pitch, all with like a snowy night sky. Super, super, super cute and very fun. Okay, here's box number 2. I'm really hoping for a Ron in one of these 2 remaining boxes because he is my favorite and he is so funny. But we'll just see. Oh, we have Hermione in her dress from the Yule Ball. So far, we've got 2/3 of the Golden Trio in their Yule Ball clothes. It would be really nice if that 3rd box is Ron. Please be Ron. Please be Ron. Please be Ron. Please be Ron. Can I make it be Ron by wanting it that badly? Please be Ron. Please be Ron. Please be Ron. Please be Ron. Who did I get? Is it Ron? I am scared to look. It's Hermione in her dress from the Yule Ball, which is cute, but no Ronald. Alright, so this is going to go in my student giveaway area. I recently gave away all the stuff that was in my pile, so I guess I have to start a new one. But this is going to be given away to someone in my class. Maybe I'll make them answer Harry Potter trivia questions in order to be entered into the drawing. We shall see. Oh, I picked up a new bullet journal. I decided to start fresh with like a reading journal for 2021. So I'll be setting that up over the next few days and getting some pages ready. I know for sure I want to do my yearly Goodreads goal at the beginning of it, and then I kind of want to decide what I want to do for each month, and if I want to do my chapter trackers in here, or yeah, I've got some decisions to make, but maybe we'll make that a video. We'll see. Alright, I think we'll go to the Fairyloot box next, and then maybe the books that I picked up, and then the Owlcrate or I don't know. But we're doing Fairyloot next is my point. So again, this is the box for the month of December. This has been sitting on my front porch for a week. This tells you how safe of a neighborhood I live in. Like, I knew that it was going to be fine. I knew that there wasn't going to be snow touching where this box was going to be left. So I just let it be there while I was traveling, and it's perfectly safe and fine on my front porch. Not everyone gets to live in such a safe place, so I'm definitely grateful for that. All right, so here is our first look inside the box, and we see our theme card. Okay, Thick as Thieves is the theme. I'm going to set this aside so I don't spoil myself, and I see a beanie with dragons on it. Oh my goodness. I recently got a new winter coat that's black, and so I'm very glad to see a hat that has black on it. So we've got this black and white print, and then down here we've got some little red dragons. I'm very happy to see this. I love going for walks, but only if I'm comfortable. So I need to be all like layered up in my big coat and hat and gloves and all kinds of things if I'm going to go out for a walk. Especially as we're getting into January. Where I live in Wyoming, our weather here can be very mild. Like, we haven't had snow here in over a week and a half. But it also can be pretty nasty sometimes. So it's always good to be prepared. Alright, up next I see a notepad, and this is giving me Children of Blood and Bone vibes. I believe that is what it represents. Here we've got this beautiful girl on the cover, as well as some symbols. And I don't have my Children of Blood and Bone book here with me to compare because it's at school, but it's just a flip-through notepad, the same print on every page. These you can never have too many of because you always, I mean, for me at least, they're super handy. I write things down at school, at home, all over the place. So always grateful to receive a notepad. Here we have a velvet pouch. What is this going to be? It's a sword. This, I could use this to open boxes with. It's so pretty. Okay. Oh, this is a Damaris sword letter opener inspired by The Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas and brought to you by Fairyloot. It even has all the weird marks. How awesome is that? Yay! Oh, it's been such a long time since I read Throne of Glass. I am currently re-listening to the ACOTAR series on audio for probably like the 5th time. I usually just start with A Court of Mist and Fury because I hate Tamlin. And I thought, no, I need to go back and start at book 1 with A Court of Thorns and Roses and give him a second chance. It didn't work the whole entire time. Like, every time he kissed Feyre, like, or anything, I was just like, he's... I won't tell you the words I was thinking in my mind about Tamlin, but no. But now I'm in A Court of Mist and Fury, and I don't know if I'll go on to Act of War next because I have another audiobook that I really want to finish before my library hold on it like runs out, and it gets taken away from me. So yeah. So when I was looking at the information for the sword letter opener, I did notice that they have a secret book in this box, and it says we're including the 4th and last secret book designed by at Navarre and Tail in this box. I have 2 of their other secret books. I didn't get the second one, I think it was, but I'll have 3 out of 4 of them, and these secret books are really fun. I keep them on my Jane Austen shelf for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but they are just what you might think. They're a book that's a secret. Look at this one's got daggers on it. Oh my gosh. It very much matches the aesthetic of the beanie that we got. Oh, a little pouch of those little silica thingies fell to the floor. But this is, as it says here, volume 4, so it's their 4th secret book. And if we open it up on the inside, we've got book quotes. So there are quotes from The Gilded Wolves, The Hobbit, Days of Blood and Starlight, The Last Magician, A Darker Shade of Magic, and The Lies of Loch Lamora. And we've also got some drawings and different things here. This is very fun. And it smells like a book too. How do they do this? It's magic. Fairyloot is magic. We have a print. I should know what this is. Alright, take a look at this while I see if I can find what we're looking at. Okay, so this is the crew from the Raven Cycle, and the print is illustrated by @_Saint Dree. Very cute. Okay, now that I know it's the Raven Boys, I'm like, okay, I get it. I have only read the first book in that series. I know. I keep getting distracted by other books. Alright, we have the monthly tarot cards. These are King and Queen of Swords. If this isn't Reese and Farrah, I don't know what is. Like, oh my gosh. Oh, it's not. It is Sarah J. Maas characters. It says inspired by House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. And they're designed by @Ars28. But doesn't that look like it could be Reese and Farrah? Because we've got this black-haired man with wings and a red-haired woman who just looks fierce. And she has pointy ears. The Court of Silver Flames comes out soon. Has nothing to do with this box, but I just thought I'd mention it since I was thinking about Sarah J. Maas. Okay, moving on. Alright. Oh, 2021 calendar. Yay! Oh, this is going to have like bookish art and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, so January, we have Percy Jackson in his Camp Half-Blood t-shirt. Do you guys want to see all these pictures? I don't care, I'm showing it to you anyway. This is got to be Annabelle. Also has a Camp Half-Blood t-shirt on there. Oh. Okay, so the spoiler card tells us about this calendar. We're going to have artwork by Dominique Wesson, inspired by Throne of Glass, which this would be Rowan from Throne of Glass, A Darker Shade of Magic, The Gilded Wolves, Scythe, Percy Jackson, and Dance of Thieves. I have a student that's probably going to try to steal this from me if I show her. She is in love with Rowan. I'm guessing that would be Aelin, because they're probably putting characters together. Some of these I'm not going to know, so I'll just show you the pictures, and you can tell me if you know who they are. Oh, hello. Alright, next one will be October. Let's see what's on my birthday month. This girl. Do I know who that is? No. I should, but it's not coming to me. Oh, I believe we've got our Scythe characters here. Citra and Rowan. Aww. So I could probably, like, logic it out. But I'm not gonna, because I got stuff to do. Alright, that brings us to the book. Let me take a second to put some of this other stuff back in the box. We have our Fairyloot pouch, and it says happy reading on the back. And I see glittery sprayed pages. They're red. Alright, let's just pull the book out and look at it together. Ooh, Master of One. Okay, so this book has been on my radar for a while. I did order a copy from Amazon already, but it doesn't have glittery red sprayed pages. This is my classic situation of I'll keep the pretty one and the not as pretty one will go in my classroom. It's fine. Alright, we've got author signatures, exclusive Fairyloot edition, fun end papers. Of course, the glittery red sprayed edges, and ooh, silver leaves on the cover, and artwork on the inside. Now, I haven't read this one yet, even though I already did order a copy because My TBR is massive and I keep adding to it. What the heck is wrong with me? I want to know what this lizard dude is. Also, why does that person have X's by their mouths and white eyeballs? I need to remind myself about this book. Let's take a look at the Dear Reader letter because we do have one in the pouch. I moved it aside before I pulled the book out. Here it is. We've got another person with very light eyes. This person's eyes aren't white, but they're very, very light blue. Is that a crutch that she is leaning on? No, it says bloody damn it right here in the moon. All right, this says, Dear Fairyloot readers, wow, is it exciting to be writing this letter to you now when 5 years ago something this tremendous seemed not only unlikely but unimaginable. In July of 2015, Danny discovered a lump in her right breast. The next month, she was diagnosed with stage 2B breast cancer. Oh, news that fragmented our lives, shattered our plans, and forever transformed us. A little over a year later, this handwriting's a little bit small, so I'm squinting a little bit. In August 2016, with Danny's hair barely growing back, we were finishing up the first draft of our manuscript we'd come to call Master of One. What else could we have done between chemo trips and oncologist appointments and radiation therapy and surgery aftercare except write like the world itself was ending? Oh, sad. This was a story that contained all of our anguish, anger, fear, and something during our most tumultuous year of our lives to date, and that was some stiff competition already. Obviously, we hadn't met 2020 yet. It was a story that stood on shifty ground with a cast of characters as frustrated and queer as we were, and furious and determined as we only wished we could be. A story that would become, with plenty of help from our incredible editor, our amazing agent, and our glorious friends, the book that arrived to you in this box. Not only a labor of love, but a labor of terror, despair, hopelessness, loss, and grit. We're beyond overjoyed to share this book with you. The characters are messy, afraid, and close to our battered hearts. We hope you bring them close to yours, too. Jada Jones and Danny Bennett. Oh, how... Ooh. Yeah. So, here these lovely ladies are. Says, Jada and Danny are married co-authors without wanting to divorce yet, who live in Brooklyn with 8 cats. Danny's from Victoria, British Columbia. Jada is a native New Yorker. They have published 4 novels from the Volstovic cycle, and they have Twitter rants on intersectional feminism and the New York City subway system. This is their young adult debut, and their website is jonesandbennett.com. Super fun. Oh my gosh, how terrifying to like go through that with your partner, but also have something to live as a record of your work together at that time. My grandmother has been through breast cancer 4 times, and that it hit something for me. Okay, we have our fairy scoop, and I don't know, is there anything inside that I want to tell you about? Not really, no. But I will tell you that next month's theme is Greek mythology, and that's all I'm going to tell you. We also have our bookmark here that matches the theme card here. Okay. This video is going to last such a long time. I'm so sorry. I should split it into 2, but I don't wanna. Okay, so let's quickly take a look at the books that I picked up. I have 4 of them, and then we'll do the Owlcrate, and then we'll be done. Okay, so I went to an independent bookstore in Logan, Utah, where a lot of my family lives, and I went there just to get a Christmas picture book. But then I had some time to kill before I was going to my grandmother's house to make chocolates with her, and I wandered into the YA section, and yeah, you know me. Things happen. So, I picked up 2 books from them. I got a paperback, War Girls by Tochi Onyebuchi. I keep hearing about this author from Jessie from Bowties and Books, but I saw this and it was a purely like author purchase. The sequel is out and it's called Rebel Sisters. You can see the cover of it down here. And then also by the same author we have Beasts Made of Night and Crown of Thunder. Haven't read either one of those, but I purely picked this up based on the author recommendation from Jessie, and I've never read anything recommended by Jessie that I didn't like, so there we go. The other one I picked up is Hush by Dylan Farrow, and the cover first intrigued me, and then I read the inside of the dust jacket, and it says, language is literal magic. Being a writer, writing teacher, reader, like, that just caught me right away. It is literal magic to the select few who possess the gift of telling. This power is reserved for the bards, a group that has almost always been men. Another one that caught my eye, almost always been men. Something's going to happen. 17-year-old Shay has lived her entire life in awe of the bards and in fear of the blot, a deadly disease spread by ink, which killed her brother and made her family outcasts. When tragedy strikes again close to home, Shay is convinced the bards are behind the madness. In the silence, chaos is growing. With a heart set on justice, Shay journeys to unlock the truth, which may be closer than she thinks. On the cover of this one, we have an ink splotch, and then there are ink splotches on the end pages too, which is really fun. And then also at the beginning of each chapter, there are ink splotches, so that's just kind of fun. Like, all about words. And then I was at Target today. Yeah, I know. I went to like Target and Walmart and like a bunch of places. I was going to go to a Gordman store and they're closed. Like, had no idea. Like, permanently closed. But anyway, at Target, I got Doodleville by Chad Sell. This was blurbed by Lincoln Pierce, who does the Big Nate comics, as a masterpiece. This is about Drew, who loves doodling. And she says Drew thinks she has life down to a fine art until she has to confront a monster of her own creation. This is a graphic novel. Her creations, Mike, Panja, and Kitty Bunny, are the best, except when Mike steals things and when Kitty Bunny tries to eat her friends. We're working on that. I can't be too mad at them because I'm the one who made them, right? I'm reading from the back here. I've drawn an entire town for my doodles to live in. If I could, I would live in Doodleville too, but I might have messed things up, and now a monster that I made could destroy everything I've ever drawn. Sorry, guys. So this just sounded kind of fun and something that might appeal to my middle schoolers. They love graphic novels, and like a monster of your own creation sounds kind of fun. And the other book I picked up at Target is Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. This one I've been seeing like forever, since it was an arc on NetGalley, like, and it's about a young girl who wants to become a singing star, and Enchanted is her name, Enchanted Jones, and she runs into like this famous man who's a singer, and he offers to like take her under his wing. And it's not, I believe the authors made it clear that it's not based on the R. Kelly kind of situation, but it seems similar to that, because this man is going to take advantage of her, and like things are going to go badly. This book was also recommended in the training that I spoke about in my last big haul that posted on Christmas Day, and I want to read it first before I give it to my kids, because I'm worried that there might be some stuff that's too much for middle schoolers in here, but also just because I'm selfish and want to read it first before they do. So we'll see on that one. All right, we're down to our last thing, which is Owlcrate Box for the month of December. It's been sitting at the post office waiting for me, and I've been excited to come home and see what's inside it. So let's see if I can move some of the stuff that's on my table out of the way, and we'll get the box open. Okay, here's our first look. As usual, we have the crinkly stuff. Oh, did you notice Fairyloot didn't put the straw kind of stuff in their box? Thank you, Fairyloot. I appreciate that so much. All right, here is our card, and the theme is Love is a Battlefield. I've been very excited for this theme since I saw it on the hints from last month's box. So, now, All right, so as I was cleaning that up, I saw what the first item was, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. It's leg warmers. It says Dame and Chasseur leg warmers, which would be Blood and Honey inspired, right? The button on here says something in French, which I don't know how to read, so I'm not gonna try. What does it say here? These slouchy leg warmers pair well with boots, leggings, jeans, and more. Their Cyprian and Dove inspired button design lends your outfit a subtle bookish nod while keeping you cozy on frosty winter days. The reason this makes me nervous is I am a plus size person. Are these going to work for me? I don't know. I will have to try them later. If not, I know something I can do with them. Like I can turn them into mittens. Don't ask me how, but I can. Okay. All right, we've got this item from Fiction Bath Co. Ice and Shadows Peppermint Woods Hand Cream Owlcrate exclusive. Okay. It doesn't smell like peppermint. It's very white, just simple white cream. It feels really nice going on. I don't know how to describe the smell. It is kind of woodsy, I would say, but not pepperminty, but that's okay. It's hand cream and my skin isn't breaking out in a rash, so I'm not allergic to it. I do have weird skin. Sometimes it reacts really badly to certain lotions and creams, so I'm just glad that there's no apparent reaction to this one. All right, we have an Owlcrate exclusive item from Juniper and Ivy Designs. They do wooden things, I believe, and in the past we have gotten some wooden Christmas ornaments. Is this going to be? Yes. Some things do not have to be said. Love speaks for itself. That's pretty. I like that it's like a classic Christmas ornament shape. That's cute. And so that quote is from The Wrath and the Dawn, which is a series I haven't read in quite a long time, which is probably why I didn't recognize it. But it, now that I look at it, it does give me like Middle Eastern vibes with the starburst on there and the little like scallopy shape. I don't know. I know it's hard to tell with this crap camera that doesn't focus very well, but it's cute. All right, now we have the monthly pin, and we're going to pull this out. This is designed by Iron and Ink Designs, and it says these violent delights have violent ends. Oh, so pretty. These violent delights, is that going to be the book in here? Oh, bitch. That's okay. Yeah, it's going to be another one of those I keep and the kids can check out a copy in my classroom kind of situations. I think that that's what the book is going to be, because the pin is usually the theme to the book. Anyway, these violent delights have violent ends is a quote from Romeo and Juliet, and these violent delights by Chloe Gong is a Romeo and Juliet spinoff. So yeah, but that'll be like my third copy. Oh well, I can't complain. Like I said earlier, half the fun of a mystery box is the surprise of what's going to be inside. Up next we have a puzzle. This is Elias and Leia puzzle. It says Owlcrate exclusive. That's really pretty. And the back of the box says, dance under the stars with Leia and Elias at the Enchanting Moon Festival with this 300-piece jigsaw puzzle with artwork by Tiara Lehomdieu. In parentheses says at Bloody Dammit. So that must be her social media username. Okay. Ember in the Ashes. That's why I don't know the characters. I still haven't read that series. I know. I saw a paperback copy of it at Walmart today for like $5. I'm like, that looks really pretty. And it matches the new covers. But I have the hardcover from when it originally came out. I just never read it. Like, why? I don't know. Okay. Next we have a decorative rolling pin. It says use this embossed rolling pin to add beautiful wintry decorative elements to your sugar cookies, gingerbread, and icing. Designed with love by Michelle Gray. This might be useful to me. I don't usually make sugar cookies or iced things, but I do make chocolates that are my grandmother's recipe. We have like family recipes of candy and chocolates that have been passed down for lots and lots and lots and lots of years. Like my 5 times great grandparents, I think, at least we know that they made candy. This has a kind of florally thing, well, partly floral, and then I see some Christmas trees. So this is a Christmassy print. I could do this on my candy if I'm not going to dip it in chocolate, but otherwise this is pretty useless to me. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe I can turn it into like a stamping thing of some kind. I don't know. I'll play around with it. So far I'm not super impressed with the Owlcrate box, but that's not their fault. It is my fault because, yeah. Sure enough, These Violent Delights is the book. To be fair, it is a gorgeous book. It's well written, although it is set in 1926, but doesn't have much in the way of historical detail from 1926. It does mention that our main character wears flapper dresses. And there's some talk of like communism uprising in Shanghai, which is where the location is, which probably did happen during that time period there. But it's not very immersive in 20s culture that I know. But anyway, it is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I have read it. It's quite lovely. I book talked it with my students before Christmas, and I had one kid totally freak out and like, can I check it out now? Which is exactly what you want to happen when you book talk books for kids. Alright, so we have a note from Chloe. We'll get to that in a second. And I'm seeing that we have an exclusive cover. This is gold hardback with a dagger and roses and black lettering. The Fairyloot cover was pink flowers, and they had changed up like these normal colors to like pink and rose gold rather than red and gold. And white flowers, I think, too. We also have artwork on the inside of the dust jacket, which is gorge. That's so beautiful. We have a scene on the streets of Shanghai. And we have our 2 characters here, Juliet and Roma. Very good. So, I said we would take a look at the Dear Reader letter. Let's do that once I get the dust jacket back on this gorgeous thing that's now going to live unharmed on my shelves away from the hands of 13-year-olds. I should just be grateful. Just be grateful. Yeah. I can be grateful. Yes. Yeah. Things just fell. Alright. Dear Owlcrate Reader, when I was writing this book, I daydreamed about all the ways that it might find its readers. On the shelves of the library, picked up by a teen as they browsed after school, on display in stores, its spine hidden in the stacks just waiting to be found, or perhaps instead by a mysterious magic. The book materializing on a reader's pillow out of the blue with the sound of clashing blades and the smell of blood. Coming to you in an Owlcrate box is about the closest equivalent to magic I can imagine, just perhaps less mysterious. I'm delighted to be sharing with you the world of These Violent Delights. It is a story near and dear to my heart, and in giving it to you, I hope the glittering, bloody world is a place that you will stay a while, too. Alright, we have our Owlcrate newsletter, and we can take a look. We do see that... Oh, I didn't even notice this. Okay, how dense am I? On the Owlcrate cover, there's more of a green background as opposed to the black background on the typical cover of this, so that's pretty cool. The copy that's in my classroom is the regular, like, black cover with the gold and everything. Nice. And next month, our theme is going to be From Olympus with Love. Oh, no. And then the theme for next month, Fairyloot, is going to be Greek mythology. Is it going to be the same book from both of them? Alright. We can still be excited about it. It's okay. Every item in the January box will include an item from In the Reads. And the picture shows some wood marks. So I don't know if we'll be getting a wood mark, but something made by that company. I do love good wood mark. They're super fun. Holy cow, this is a long video. Like, I am so sorry. Yeah. And I'm sorry if I was a little bit grouchy through the Owlcrate box. I feel like once I figured out what the book was, I was a little bit like, but you gotta know this is happening if you're subscribing to multiple young adult book boxes that are both themed largely around fantasy. There's a chance that this is gonna happen, and that's the risk you take. But it's also worth the fun because they include different items and different fun things, and just, yeah. And we got these Violent Delights in the last Fairyloot box, not the one we got today. So anyway, I do have another package coming from Fairyloot soon, which is the special edition of How the King of Elf Fame Learned to Take Stories. Is that the full title? By Holly Black. The next part of the Folk of the Air series. Anyway, Real Bookish sent me an email, said that they're having some delays with their November box, which it's almost January. And so they decided just to not send it, and they've also decided not to go through Cratejoy anymore, and they've refunded me for the other boxes that I paid for, because I think I gifted myself a 6-month subscription to try that one out. And I'm like, okay, but they're going to continue selling from their own website and just not go through Cratejoy, but why couldn't they just keep my order? I don't know. It's a little bit weird to me. But anyway, the point is that that's kind of where we're at with subscription boxes. Yeah. So this has been a long one. If you've stuck with me this entire time, drop me like a little fun animal emoji at the bottom, just so I can see who like watched the whole end of the video. Let me know how your Christmases went. I hope you had a fun holiday or a peaceful holiday or whatever you needed the holiday to be. Yeah. So that's it from me. Have a wonderful and bookish day. Happy reading. Adios.